Hello and welcome back to the Aston Villa Raise the Holt Football Manager 2018 save. My name is Aussie Villain and today we have the big one. It's the Birmingham Derby. It's a top of the table clash which we'll get to in just a second, but just a quick review of what has happened since our thumping win against Nottingham Forest. The next game we went away to Burton, snuck a 1-0 win. It was very tight. They made it very difficult for us. But Henry Lansbury got the goal for us there. Then we were at home to Bolton. This was a game that we dominated, but as you can see, we got two late goals to give us a 3-0 win. It wasn't a flattering score, but I think we were a little bit lucky in that two goals came in stoppage time. Then we went away to Wolverhampton. Now they got an early goal. We equalised just before half-time, and then they had Ruben Neves sent off in first half stoppage time. Second half, I was relatively happy with an away point, given that Wolves are right up there with us in the top of the Premiership, not quite yet, of the Championship. We went for it in the sense of attacking substitutions. We put El Amadi in at fullback, Diamati in as a more creative midfielder. We brought Keinan Davis on. We went for it in terms of more attacking players. I didn't want to change the tactics too much because I didn't want to risk losing the game. And then we had another tight game. Fulham, who again, another team right up there at the top of the table with us, snuck a 1-0 win. Again, we were the slightly better team. It was at home as well, so it was important to win, which we did. Robert Snodgrass again with the goal there. Now, what is concerning me is when we play Codger, we're not scoring, or we're struggling to score. You can see here, played a 6.2, we only got a goal. Bolton, he got subbed off for Wilson. Wilson comes in, scores a hat-trick. Wolverhampton, again, we play him, only score a goal. And then again versus Fulham, he's on the field, 6.4, and we struggle to score. That being the case against Birmingham City today, we've had to make some changes. We'll get to that in just a second. First things first, here is the table. As you can see, we don't need to see the top still quite yet, but it is only 5 points, which means if we win today, that gap is essentially nothing. We're just outside the automatic promotion spots. Bristol City has played a game more, so any sort of result today, and we'll be equal with them. If it's a draw, then we'll still be just one goal out on goal difference, but as you can see, any result today is going to be a good result for us, especially given that we're going away from home. Now, these are the tactics and the team that we are going with today. You can see back four, essentially the same. We have been rotating the fullback. We're going with Taylor today, a little bit more pace. Tommy Elphick is back in for Chester. Chester, who complained about game time, we gave him some games. Elphick has now complained about game time, so we'll put him back in. Jedinak been doing really well as a ball-winning midfielder in there for us. Horahan and Bjornsson we're going with in central midfield. Bjornsson is this Mazzala in support, has been doing really, really well. As you can see, the three of them are making a good partnership. We're going with Adoma and Snodgrass as our inside forwards, with Keinan Davis up top. We were set to play James Wilson up top. Unfortunately, he has picked up an injury, which is devastating. He had failed a pre-game fitness test, so he is out. We've got Codger on the bench. If we get into a position where we are looking comfortable, which would be the absolutely ideal dream scenario, then we'll bring him on and we'll try and get him firing. I've spoken to him privately a couple of times. He's like, yeah, boss, we'll pick it up, we'll get some goals. It's not happening, so we can't afford to risk playing him, unfortunately, today. So we're going with Keinan Davis as a target man on the support role. So hopefully he's going to link in everything together for us, and we will be able to go out there and get some goals. Now, one piece of good news is we did win the Manager of the Month for September, which is not surprising given that we didn't lose the league game. So that's a good piece of news. Just a quick update on dynamics as well. Match cohesion, it's coming together. Would like to be a little bit better. As you can see, dressing room atmosphere, it's near enough to perfect for us. Manager support, now I was down to quite poor at one point, but we are beginning to pull things around in that sense. The hierarchy hasn't changed too much. If we look at players who support me, there's only two that oppose. Grealish, who's been injured and hasn't played yet, so I don't know what he has to complain about. And Adoma, that doesn't really surprise me because he hasn't been playing that well for us. Supports John Terry as captain, that's important. Whelan supports us as well, and also our left back signing De Kegley. So that is more support than opposes, so that's probably good. And the social groups, we are beginning to get more of a core group. We have two secondary groups of similar size. They're a little bit larger than I'd like. Ideally, we'll all come together at some point, and just the three others, the newer signings that haven't quite fit in. Two of them are foreign, one of them's a loan signing, so that's not probably too surprising. Okay, so let us get this game on the road. Now, we finished the goal of the month for August. That went to Andre Green. We have the goal of the month for September. That's currently available to be voted on. If you go head over to my Twitter at AussieVillain, there will be a poll for that for the next hour or two, depending on when you're watching this. And goal of the month for October will be out very shortly. We've only scored 2 goals, and because of the international break, we only have 4 games. So it could be a very limited goal of the month if we don't pick up some goals here or the next one. Okay, come on lads, show me what you can do to keep our run going. There's nothing in there about it being a derby. Let's give the... Well, let's do it for the fans. It is a derby after all. So that seems to have gone down well. Defense passionately, there's a lot more to come. Okay, and Keenan Davis. A lot more to come. Okay, let's just quickly have a look at the opposition here. Now, Sam Gallagher is the competition's leading goal scorer, so they're relatively good in the air. So, given that they're playing wing backs, that should allow us to free up our fullbacks a little bit. Now, one thing I'd like to see if we can do, is there the option in this game to switch positions? I'd like to see Adoma and Snodgrass go back and forth, but I'm not sure. I haven't updated my Football Manager since 2013. I've been playing that for the last few years, so I don't know if that option exists in the newer games. It doesn't look like it does. If you do know, please do leave a comment, because that would be helpful. It might be something we need to do manually, perhaps, in which case I'll almost certainly forget, so let's not worry about that. The other thing, we have them not marking a specific position, so that's fine. They will stay forward into the tunnel. With Les Hogan out, is that due to his recent input? Absolutely, he's not ready to start matches yet. It's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to local rivals? Yeah, put on a show. Clashes between the often heated occasions are best chances with the 11 players on the pitch. And here we go. I'm really hoping for a good game from Adoma. He's been a little bit disappointing. There we go, Keenan Davis. Can we get a ball through? Hutton the snotty. Oh, penalty! Penalty! No! Oh, that would have been a dream start. I wouldn't mind seeing that again, actually. It did... I mean, claret and blue eyes, we're always going to think it's a penalty, but it did look a decent shout. It's an even game, as we would expect. If maybe had just... No, possession's pretty even, as you can see. We've had a few shots on target. Let's give them an encourage. From a corner, is there a goal here for us? Velvik off the post! Oh! Unlucky. Unbelievable. So looks like we're starting to get on top now. 54% possession. Keenan Davis is looking very nervous. Let's see if we can... No, not quite yet. Let's see if we will try and give him a shout at some point to relax him. Oh dear. Clear it. Clear it. Counter attack. No, there's no one there. Clear it again. Clear it again. Jelinek. Okay. Oh. Alright, can we counter attack now? Foul? No. I don't like that this highlight continues and they still have the ball. Over to him. Shutting down. Away. Oh! What was that? What happened? That was there's that post again. It was almost an own goal. Okay. Oh, that's a dive. Oh, he's off. Is he off? He's off. Cheerio, cheerio, cheerio. Brilliant. Okay, now let's not get... I've got to focus here. Let's not get too excited and wrapped up in the game. Let's give them a concentrate because I am not concentrating. Okay, now let's think about this. Gary Gardner, boo. Okay. We have had more of the ball, as you would expect. Okay, keep going. Down a man, we can get a result here. Let's keep working hard. Okay. We need more from Terry. Terry's form has dropped off a little bit. He had a bad game against, I think it was Wolverhampton. It was his mistake that led to the goal. And he hasn't really picked up his form since then, which is a little bit annoying given that it's John Terry and you know he's supposed to be this resilient, amazing captain and leader, and he's not doing that for us right now. Okay, Keenan Davis, very nervous. If we can go passionately, it's a lot more to go. Alan Hutton. It's always tempting just to forget the keeper, isn't it? But we'll try and keep him involved. Okay, now what can we do for tactics here? I wonder if we should look to exploit the flanks now. If they're down a man, you would assume that they are going to try and condense the field, so we should try and do the opposite. Okay, Elphick, Bjornsson, Taylor. This is nice. I know it's just a kickoff highlight, but it's looking promising. If we can go out to Hutton there, look at these in acres of space. And again, both our fullbacks are just in acres and acres of space. So this has been a long kickoff highlight. Are we going to nick an early goal here? Snodgrass, can we get it across to Keenan Davis? Nope, cleared. It's at the end of the highlight. Elphick retrieves. Another yellow card. I mean, Adoma's not playing well again. I wonder if we look to bring Andre Green on. Let's, since I said I was going to try and do it, let's try switching Adoma and Snodgrass around. Can we just try? Okay, we'll try him since he wants to be a winger. Let's try him as a winger and see if this works. And if it doesn't work, which it doesn't look like it is, okay, so we need to make some changes here. Let's switch it back. Put Snodgrass back as an inside forward. Andre Green, as we've seen, has been really good coming off the bench. We'll give... Is it time for Kodjia? Maybe not quite yet. See if we can get a word into Keenan Davis. Just give him some encouragement. Oh, wasn't what I meant to click on. Oh, for the love of... There. Okay. He's got 5 minutes, Keenan. It would be disappointing to draw another game where the opposition's down to 10 men. Alright, so it's Kodjia time. I can't see him being too good on support, so we'll put him target man attack. And I wonder, given that they are down to 10, if we should put Diamante on for Bjornsson. Attacking playmaker, attack. Okay, we've gone for it. We've made our changes. Can we get a goal? We've had the shots, we just haven't had shots on target. Okay, win that. Come on, Kodj, back to... Okay, Diamante. Taylor out to Green back in field. Horahan's won that. Come on, Kodj. Oh, maybe if he was playing as a poacher we might have got that. Alright, Jelinek intercepted the ball again to Diamante. Diamante on to Horahan. Look at our fullbacks. There we go. Taylor back into Diamante, into Green. Out to Taylor, in, is Kodjia there? No, he's not. Horahan to Diamante! What a wonderful, wonderful strike! Oh yes, oh yes. 89th minute. Okay, so we've gone to counter. Can we give them a concentrate? That is a goal worthy of winning any game, and I guarantee a feature on August. What are we at now? October goals of the month. And if that doesn't win it, I will be absolutely flabbergasted. Good win. Gets in. Oh, that's so satisfying. I don't even care, guys, that didn't play well. That's absolutely, absolutely brilliant. And what a way to get the first goal for the club as well with Diamante. Diamante. I should probably learn to pronounce his name properly if he's going to score goals like that. Absolutely stunning. Snodgrass out 6 to 8 days. I mean, we can deal with that. So there it is, Villa boys. Absolutely stunning. That's their first defeat of the year. That's put them back in their place. We're 2 points behind. We are going to take those so-and-sos off the top of the table in the next few days. What a stunning episode. That's it for this week, though. Or today, not this week. I will be back. Let's have a look what games we have coming up in November. Sunderland, maybe. The Leeds is December. Should we come back for Leeds, maybe? Play November. I might do that. We might come back for Leeds. I'll play through November, and then we can do the Leeds episode and the November goals of the month all at once. So that's what we'll do. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. You all know the details on that one. But 1-0 to the Villa boys away to Birmingham City. What an episode.